Hello everyone and welcome to the review of the XK Freeman or XK X150. It's a new released model. It's a mini size. It's not a micro but a mini, and XK is really bumping up quality in this model. Beside the box, which looks very good, but I'm not going to judge the box because you are not buying the box, you are buying the product. It's nice that they are integrating new technologies such as optical flow, they say localization, but it's not correct. It's more optical flow positioning, and this is kind of let's say a GPS position hold that works indoor and outdoor without using satellites. Actually, the drone has a camera underneath it. It will scan the land and it will fixate the position. Of course, this has its limits, as if you go too high the camera will not be able to distinguish details and it will lose the positioning. But this is kind of a novelty in such small quadcopters. They did implement this in the XK X300, and it's a tiny one which I don't remember its name now, but I do have it reviewed on my channel. It's one small like Cheerson drone. Right, beside that they are also giving you a lot of information about the product, which is very nice. For instance, you get not only the camera resolution, which is HD 720p. I don't know if you can see that, but there it goes. Besides the design here, they are actually telling you the aperture of the lens and the FOV of the lens, which is 90 degrees, so no fisheye, but still wide enough for a decent FPV flight. Of course, it uses Wi-Fi for image FPV in real time. It has a gyroscope, auto takeoff, and also has position hold. It also comes with a QR code because this uses an app on the mobile phone for video, but also comes with a controller, which is very nice because you have a lot more control using a standard transmitter than using an application. So enough with the talk, let's take it out of the box. And this is one weird box. This does not come out at all from here, so I have to, let's take a look underneath. So maybe we can hack it this way. And there it goes. Oh, there's more tape here and tape here. And there it goes, instruction manual and instruction manual, propeller guards, of course a transmitter, and a charger. I'm going to take a look later at the accessories, and of course it's using wire to hold it in. So I'm going to untwist this very fast, and the Freeman, it's now officially free, and there you go. Let's take a quick look at the quadcopter. So it has a nice shape, and if you add this protections, you may see that resemblance of the parrot drones. It kind of looks like those models. Let's see how this will go. So they just snap in like that, and they use a very nice soft plastic, so this should provide some protection at the beginning. These are very good when you are flying indoor, because if you hit a wall or something like that, the propellers will not stop, it will not jam the motors, and protect the life of the motors especially, and the propellers also. And if the propellers will not stop in flight, it means that this will just bump off the wall and not crash. So that is a nice addition, especially that you can take them off very easily. Outdoor, I recommend you to take them out because they will act like a sail, and if you have a bit of wind it will take it very easy, so it has to fight it. Right, so the lens is tiltable, and it's very nice that you can use it to have upward tilt, which is absolutely normal because a drone never flies straight, it flies tilted down, so the camera needs to be pointed a bit up, otherwise you are just going to shoot the ground. And of course, if you are a selfie type guy and you want to take pictures of yourself, then you can orient this down and let it hover like that, and it will shoot pictures downward. So you get the best options or the best possibilities. Right, so it has a power button here, and look at that, it has enough power to turn on, but I'm going to turn it off now. Let's take a quick look at the battery. So the battery has a very nice protected cage, but sadly the indications are not visible. So I do see fully max, and I cannot see the capacity or the voltage. Let's take a quick look at the charger, and we are going to figure out at least the number of cells of this battery. So it comes with this tiny charger, which looks awesome because it's actually a docking charger, and the battery will go in like that. Let's see, can you insert this reversed or not? I'm just trying. So that way it's going to enter, and that way no, it's not going to enter. So they thought about that, you cannot insert it reversed, so it docks into this, and the charger outputs 4.2 volts at 600 milliamps. So definitely it's a one cell battery, it's not a two cell battery. So we have figured that out. I'm going to take this off the table to reduce the clutter, and let's see what else we get. Another set of propellers, a spare set of propellers, those should come in handy. And of course the transmitter. The model is similar with the one used on some XK helicopter. It's the X4 transmitter. There is also an option display on this transmitter, but this one comes without LCD, and it's powered by 4 AA batteries, which are not included. And let's see what else we get in here. So this is a sealed bag, and now it's sealed no more. So this is the phone holder that will somehow clip to the antenna of the transmitter, and I know this design from some other models that they have sold, and this will go like that, and they have included screws and nuts for securing it. And with the aid of video editing, now it's all set up. I have installed the support. It was too fiddly to film all the process, and that is over. I have battery installed here, so I'm going to try to power on the transmitter, and you need to bind it by going up and down in throttle, and now I'm binding, and with both sticks inward and like that, now it's calibrating the gyro, and outward and down. You arm the motors, and holding throttle down or repeating the same outward command, it will kill the motors. Right, so that is now settled, and I'm going to try to launch the app, and you get a wireless SSID here, XK Innovate. So I'm going to connect to it, it says saved, connected, right? So the Wi-Fi is now connected, and I'm going to open the app which I have already downloaded, and look at that. I already have the FPV stream up and running. Not the smoothest, but definitely works nice. And we get some options here which I need to investigate. So let's start with the settings first. So in settings you get autosave fine-tune parameters, which I don't know what that is. Reset fine-tune, right-hand mode, self-snap mode, preview in HD, so that probably works slower. What is this here? I don't know. It has some sliders, but they don't seem to do something in particular. I can adjust it down or up, but that may not work because I do not have a micro SD card inserted into the camera, and they seem to be camera settings, and probably with the micro SD card inserted it should do something. So there it goes. Yes, camera settings, single snap, multiple snap, delay. So you can set up some things there, but it has a display problem on this phone, this app. So some of the buttons are overlaid one over the other, like switching to video camera mode or starting, stopping record. So there is an issue here with the app. Hopefully it will work on other phones. My phone is rather old and has some issues. Right, so what else we have here? Let's see this. It's recording, but I don't know what is recording. So this is probably the pattern flight, where you can make a pattern on the screen and it will follow it. 360 mode is probably for loops. You get high rates and low rates. Automatic takeoff. Gyro, where you can use the phone to tilt it and it control the drone. You have VR mode, which splits the screen in two, and you can use VR goggles to have a kind of 3D image option. We have this eye here, which will turn the OSD, and you can just see the full screen there, and you can pilot the drone with the sticks and just watch the FPV here. Sadly, there's no battery indicator in the app, so the drone does not have any kind of telemetry. I didn't actually expect to have telemetry on such drone, but it would have been very nice to have that option, where you can at least see the battery or signal level. You do get this signal level here, but that's for the wireless connection between the phone and the drone. The drone signal, which is actually the same signal you get on your mobile phone here when you connect to a wireless network. So that's not telemetry, but at least the app works decently, and hopefully I can figure this thing out. So yes, look at that. There are other options to check the micro SD card. Is there a card in there or not? I wonder. No, there's no card, but the drone will also save files to your mobile phone. It seems that way. So yes, you can not only record on the micro SD card, but you can also record on your mobile phone as a backup, which is very nice. Let's see, will it play the file? It doesn't want to play it because I have killed the app while it was recording. Can I start it to record again? I doubt that. It was pure luck. So the app does have an issue on my phone. Maybe if I can tilt it that way and back, no, it will not work. So I must test that on another mobile. And because I don't like unfinished issues or problems, if you enable flight plan mode, the one where you can draw the route that you want the drone to follow, as you can see here in the video, so the drone will execute that, but that's not related to any kind of positioning or something. It's just an approximation of how far you approximate that the drone should approximately go. So you should use this thing with lots of caution, because you don't know if this is 1 meter or this is 10 meters or this is 100 meters, so that can turn into fly away. But if you enable this flight mode, if you call it that way, it will remove the mess over the buttons here, and you have access to camera settings, which is single snap, multiple snap, and delay, and you can add some settings here like 3 seconds, 9 seconds, snap multiple or single snap. Also you can now take photo if you have a micro SD card, or probably it will save it on the phone, and you can start video recording, and it's recording locally on my mobile phone now, and if it had a SD card inside it will have record, and I can turn it off, take some more pictures, and this is the gallery button which has pictures, and look at that, it did take as many pictures as I pressed the button, so that works. And on videos, now I do have a video recorded here which works because I properly have turned off the recording, and to demonstrate that it's a video and not a slideshow, I can once again turn that off, start recording. I'm gonna move the drone around a bit, right, so I'm going to stop recording, and if I go back to the gallery, the third movie here, which of course is now moving and it's properly working. So as you can see, the drone will not only transmit video but will stream video, and the app can record it, which is very useful in case something happens with the drone. You still have recording on your mobile phone, so you can analyze that and find it in case it got somehow lost or flew away, and if it still had enough signal to transmit back to your mobile phone. Before ending this first part of the review, because the flight test will be in the second part, I am also going to show you some other thing that I should have shown you from the beginning. The app has a big sign here, and of course it takes you to a guide for, let's say, a dummy, that's me, and it will explain you how to use the app, what each icon does, what each OSD button does, what the sticks will do on the transmitter and how it will control the drone, what the track route does, the self-timer mode, the virtual reality. So it's all there in the app. You just install it, press the sign there, and there it goes. It will actually teach you. So XK did good with one step further into the app. I hope they do fix this overlay here where you have control mode over the flight path mode and camera settings, but it's not an issue because I usually never fly drones using the mobile phone only. I do like to fly them with a regular transmitter. So that's the first part. I'm going to shut down this tiny guy here. I'm going to charge up the battery and prepare it for a test flight. I'm going to fly this indoor and outdoor, and I do hope that indoor I'm going to get some very nice stability like its other brothers, especially the XK 300 did exceptionally well indoor. So you should watch that video. I'm going to link it here. I'm going to add a card to it, and you can see that hovering indoor, and it was simply amazing for a XK quadcopter. So I hope that this will do the same. Until then, bye bye.